Hello everyone, it's Jenifer Miller for Jesse James Beads, and I'm so excited to be bringing to you a project using the Magical Mystery Bead Box for January called Cashmere and Crystal. It is incredible. I love this Magical Mystery Bead Box again this month. And what I have here already laid out is kind of my design process where I just start adding a few beads here and there and then just start filling in the blanks. So like right here, you can see where I've added a bead. I added some of these small wood beads from the snow tubing mix, and the rest of the beads are from Summit Soiree and Swiss Alps. I'm doing a little bit of mixed metal because we're going to bring in some of the silver chain, which is the Snow Bunny Blitz. For tools, you're going to need some bent chain nose pliers. Then you're going to need a whole bunch of others. You're going to need some round nose pliers, chain nose pliers. I'm also bringing in the Xuron crimping pliers. I don't use them as crimping pliers, but they have a nice fine tip point that I like using them for. And I'm going to be using the Magical crimping pliers. And then you're also going to need a pair of cutters. From my stash, I am going to be using just a few things. Like we're going to use some head pins. I have crimp tubes, have some jump rings in different sizes. I have a closed jump ring and it's kind of textured. It's really super pretty. And then we're going to use some smaller jump rings. This one is a real thick, heavy one for the lobster clasp. And then some smaller, thinner 5mm. That one's 18 gauge and probably about 4.5 millimeters. All right, so now we are going to also use some of those little beads for some dangles. So I have everything laid out here, and I will be sure to take a picture so that you can see exactly how everything's laid out. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we are gonna bring in some medium bead stringing wire. I like using medium. This is a very bead heavy project, and so I want something that's going to be really sturdy. Now all we're going to do is we're just going to start stringing, and I am going to string from, I love these little tiny beads, they're so cute, and it's in random order as far as the order. It's not symmetrical at all, but you'll see some little patterns that I am leaning towards, which is this crystal rondelle spacer with the little tiny rondelles. And I just think it looks really, really super cute. And it just tapers off really well. I'm also bringing in some wood beads. So we have this crystal and we have the wood and all the metal. I just think it looks super pretty all together. So I'm going to continue stringing along, and I will come back when I'm ready to start crimping. So I'm all done stringing here, and this is the pattern. If you want to hit pause and grab this pattern, really super cute. I love how balanced it is. Now we're going to go ahead and start using up all of our little metals. I am going to actually crimp directly onto that ring, that textured ring, and come in with my magical crimping pliers, give it a little bit of a squish, squish, squish until I get that bead-like finish. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can fit part of the tail underneath, like through the first bead or two, just so that I can get that centered look. And yay, it's going through and it's perfect. I don't even have to trim any off. And we have that beautiful bead-like finish. And again, if you use a regular standard crimping plier, you can always use a crimp cover to give you that gorgeous look. All right, so now let's go ahead and start getting together all of our little dangles. First thing I'm going to do is take that larger jump ring and add a crystal rondelle spacer and attach it directly to that textured ring. Then what we're going to do is we are going to start wire wrapping. So the first one I'm going to grab this wood bead and do a little wire
now
wrap
I'm going to do wire wrap
and what
loops.
I'm going to do is
and
I am going to
maybe I
attach
might
it directly to
add
the ring.
some of them
So the
with
first
a jump ring, so then it gives it a little bit of more dangle.
That wire where it's exiting
so what I want to do is do wire wrap
want
loops,
and
then we're going to use a
just
jump
at
ring.
the very tippy tip, give it that 90-degree angle bend, and the bend is where this length of your neck is going to be, and so that's where the wrapping is going to happen. So I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, form that wire over the top barrel, give it a little bit of a spin, and then just rotate my wrist to center that up. Since I'm going to add this directly onto that ring, I need to just open that up just a little bit so that I can be sure that it fits through without compromising the actual loop. Now what I'm going to do is come in and close that off a little bit, and it's a little bit of a tight squeeze there between the ring and that loop. And what you can do is you can always bring in those little Xuron. They have that, like I said, that real fine point tip. And so now what I'm going to do is I am going to start wrapping, and I'm just going to lock it in place real fast here. Then bring in that second pair of chain nose pliers and wrap around. And I usually go around 3 times. However, it looks like I'm going to actually get 4 wraps in. And so we will wrap this one up, give it a little trim at the back, and then we will tuck in that little piece and grab that second pair of chain nose pliers, tuck in that little piece there so that it doesn't stick out. And then I'm going to move on to the other 2 dangles and get them attached using the jump rings. Here is the last dangle, and we're just going to open up a jump ring, grab this last little dangle. I love those little faceted crystals. Add them on to that textured ring. And now it's time to add our length of chain that we're going to be adding on the other side. So I have about 6 inches of length here, and I ended up adding another couple of inches after I recorded this video just to give it a little bit more length. And I'm going to come up just about 2 inches, allow myself about 2 inches for doing my little crimping here. And we are actually going to attach directly to the chain. So I'm going to pick up our crimp tube, pick up our chain, pass that back through the crimp tube and the bead, and give it some squishes until we get that bead-like finish. And here is our finished necklace slash bracelet. I love using this large lobster claw because then it fits perfectly onto that chain. Love that chain. Here's what it looks like as a necklace. So, so, so pretty. And then as a bracelet, just gorgeous. I hope this video provides you with some inspiration using the Cashmere and Crystal January 2026 Magical Mystery Bead Box from Jessie James Beads. Thank you.